Tell us about the first time, because with marriage, when you are deceived, tell us about how in the marriage it affected you on the first incident of adultery.
Yeah. Well, one night we were up doing drugs all night, and I remember telling him that I felt empty. I said, I feel empty. This is not fulfilling my heart, my life, and I'm hurting because the kids were seeing a lot of destruction at the time. We were so blinded that we really didn't care that they even would see us do the drugs that we were doing at the time. I was so blinded that we did it in front of them. And I remember one day telling him, I said, I want to learn the Bible. Like, I want to read it. I want to understand that I feel empty. And then he goes, yeah, that's why you're empty. He said, you need Jesus. He goes, talk to him. He said, tell him that you want to get to know him. And I said, but I try to pick up the Bible, I try to read it, and I understand it. He goes, go upstairs. And at that time, me and him are doing drugs. We were doing acid, but I received what he said. He goes, go upstairs and talk to God. Tell him what's in your heart. So go out. We live in a duplex. I go up the stairs, and I sit on my bed, and I told God, I said, I want to know you. I want to read the word and understand it. I said, I don't want to do this no more. I don't want to hurt the children. I don't want to fight with my husband. My mama can't help me. He can't help me. He said to talk to you, and I'm receiving that. I'm talking to you right now. Help me, please. And I remember crying, and that's all I said. Then I come back downstairs, and we continue to do the drugs. He goes, you talk to God? I said, yes. Well, at that time, he got a phone call. Some girl called him. Next thing you know, I knew it was a girl calling him. We got into a fight. The cops came. We broke things, and he left. And that's when the cops came because we got into a fight that night because of this girl calling him. And he left. And then the cops came, and they heard all the neighbors call the cops, and they heard all the fighting. And they didn't do nothing. They left. And that's the night that I cried like never before. I said, God, if you're real, I said, show me your power. Because if you don't help me, I'm going to die, and you are powerless, God. I hear that you have power, that you have authority, that you died on the cross, and that you could do anything. I said, so if you're real, I say, show me your power. And I remember passing out in the living room from all the drugs. And then from that day, exactly 2 weeks later, is when that church came and knocked on my door. So when I see the picture of Jesus knocking on the door, it reminds me, because that's when he came and knocked on my door.
Ooh, I want to shout.